IVM.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. What would you be doing today had it not been for your day-to-day responsibilities of meeting work deadlines and making sure your family is financially secured? Would you have been a footballer, kicking the ball around on those grassy grounds? Or would you have been an artist, sitting near a window overlooking the hills as you paint away? Maybe you crave to be a photographer. But here you are, framing a picture of the life you wish you had. But this can still be a reality. करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे. SBI Life अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. To know more about our insurance plans with wealth creation, log on to www.sbilife.co.in. IRDAI registration number 111.
You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, the Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. As you progress in life, you're going to find yourself in the midst of new adventures. And what do you do when you see new adventures? You want to explore them. New opportunities. What do you do with that? You want to grab them. And new challenges. And what are you going to do with new challenges? You're going to face them and overcome them, right? I wanted to share with you the simplest, most amazing 4 qualities that I truly believe create the very foundation of your life, your being and your existence. Of course, I talk about a lot of qualities and there are too many. But honestly, if you can build these, you are capable of building everything around it and much more. Okay? It's a sustainable way of going forward with life, evolving, growing, and also making sure that your intentions are always good. Believe you me, I have coached a host of illustrious people, students, entrepreneurs, just different demographics, different geographics. I've just coached a lot of people, and what I find often is that one of these 4 very attainable qualities usually has a hand to play in the way they're feeling at this point in time. So, a good balanced combination of these 4 qualities will change the way you perceive your life, change the way others perceive you, and also increase your quality of life. I'm going to call them the 4 C's to a quality life, all right? So 4 qualities you must build today. Rather, I'd say you should have yesterday, but better late than never, right? Now, these aren't subject to your profession or your age. Just focus, follow, and fly. Just make it happen, all right? So here's the first one. The first C is confidence. We've talked about confidence a million times, and I'm pretty sure every second video you watch, every second person you listen to is talking about confidence, and it's true. So I'm not trying to motivate you here, not today, no. I want to actually tell you what stops you from being confident and what breeds all those self-limiting beliefs inside you. One of the things that really stand on top of my list of stopping you from being confident is your want to be perfect. It's your want to be the best at something even before you've attempted it. Now, if that's how you've standardized confidence, chances are you will not attempt most things. You're going to fear it. You're always going to think you're not good enough. Now, think about the Titanic for a moment. It was built by a group of experts, right, with the best of their knowledge and a whole lot of expertise to go with it. But you know what happened to the Titanic? Putting all the controversies aside, just the fact that the Titanic sank and it was built by experts. I'm not saying that you mustn't master anything, not at all. But before you master anything, you must consider self-mastery. It's such a good way to actually understand yourself. Why? Because that's where confidence comes from. Confidence in your daily life, confidence in your daily decisions, confidence in hard choices, confidence in big choices, small choices, confidence in the way you deal with relationships, confidence in the way you deal with yourself. When there is self-mastery involved, you realize that you're not perfect, but practice can make you perfect. You realize that you're not good enough, but you can be good enough, and you are enough. That's what mastery does. So, I'd really suggest you start with the first C, confidence. How do you do that? Just start with yourself and just attempt something that you're going to be okay with until you master your skill and you master the expertise to do it. The more you attempt something, the better you get at it. I think we've all learned this, practice makes man perfect. But there is some truth to that saying. It may not make us completely perfect because we're not absolute, but the fact is, it does make us precise. But if you want precision, confidence is to try. Confidence is to be okay. Confidence is to tell yourself that, hey, you know what, I am not perfect, but hell what, I'm going to give this a shot. Or, you know what, I don't think I'm good enough at this yet, but so what? I'm going to make it happen anyway. I'll get better anyway. That is confidence. So put aside your perfection, put aside anything that stops you, and get onto that little journey of confidence, no matter what you're doing with your life. All right. The second C is clarity. There will be moments in your life where you cannot comprehend what's next, even if you try. Trust me, a lot of people will tell you it's all clear, you must have clarity, you must have clear visions and goals. It's not quite possible, not all the time. Clarity of what you're doing, who you are, why you are doing what you're doing, why you want to live the life you're living. Those are dialogues that you need to have with yourself. Those are questions that you have to constantly ask yourself. And at every stage in life, you will be clear about it. But if you have a kid's clarity and you have the confidence and the expertise of an adult, what do you think you're capable of achieving? Just that kind of clarity. The third one is consistency. Of course, too many people talk about consistency. Of course, I talk about consistency. Never have I come across a single person in my life whose growth has happened with just an idea or a skill or a plan. The only people that I have seen grow and become great at what they do are people who are consistent. All right. When I say consistent, I do not necessarily mean monotony, because that's what sticks to you. A lot of people will tell me, Zarina, I don't like being consistent because it's boring. I get that. I understand that. But that's the problem. You've got consistency wrong. Consistency does not mean monotony. It doesn't mean repeating the same actions again and again and again. Although I'm not going to deny that it's not a bad idea if you do so as well. But if you want to add a little spice to your consistency, then let me give you an example. Let's say you want to hit the gym, right? You want to stay fit. You've decided this is what you want to do, and this is the number of pounds or kilos you want to lose. This is the amount of time you have for it. You've decided all that. You started going to gym. Every day you're on the treadmill, every day you're doing cardio, every day you're doing some push-ups or pull-ups, and then you're like, it's monotonous and there is no change in my body. Consistency is you going to gym every day. Consistency is you making sure you've hit the gym. All right, now what you can do with that consistency is add variety to your routine. You can add a workout routine. You can change your workout routine. You could probably do kickboxing and CrossFit on a couple days. Do cardio or yoga on others. You can combine it. You can do MMA. You can do so many different things. But your body is working out. You're consistent in terms of making sure that happens. That's the kind of consistency I'm talking about. Just to make sure that you show up and you add variety to your monotony. But don't lose objective and don't stop the process. That is consistency. And the fourth one, compassion. There is so much in this world, so much of knowledge, so much of education, professional opinion, so many resources. There is so much in this world, so much knowledge, so many resources, such an extent of, education, professional options. But there isn't enough compassion. And I'm going to say this, it just isn't enough. I don't know why people lose their sense of being kind as they move upward. How beautiful it is to be kind, to feel empathy, to share compassion with someone. Have you thought of it? A little smile, a small act of kindness, a keen listening ear, a warm hug, a cup of coffee together, a heartfelt thank you, or a deep apology, or just a simple I understand. This is all one needs. This is all that makes you compassionate. So be kind, be compassionate always. No matter how bitter life gets, you do not need to get bitter with life. In fact, you get better and better with it. While these are surely the 4 C's I reckon we all must inculcate for a quality life, confidence, clarity, consistency, and compassion, I'm sure you have plenty thoughts and important qualities to share. So please do share it with me. You can reach me on my Instagram handle. You can reach me via an email. You can reach me as you like. But share your thoughts with me on how these qualities need to be built and what are those life qualities that you think are extremely important. Meanwhile, I'm going to be back next week to give you a very interesting piece on how to build your character. So my precious people, if you enjoy listening to the Life Manifesto and manifesting your life and achieving your dreams, please go ahead and like and rate our podcast. You can also click on the notification bell to get to know as soon as our latest episode drops. Do subscribe to the Life Manifesto. It's going to help us go a long way and also reach out to like-minded people who want to truly manifest their lives and live the best version of themselves. And before I part, of course, remember, it's your life. Do what you love and do it often. And if you don't like something, go ahead and change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find the show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla, available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarina Speaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by Utsav Mamoria, host of Postcards from Nowhere, comedian Kajal Srinivasan, and Antarikshan, This Cock and Bull. They examine everything from Sri Lanka cancelling exams due to paper and ink shortage to India's rank in the World Happiness Index. Let me tell you about a new show that I'm super excited about. It's called Ek Chuski Finance. It's a finance podcast made for women by financial expert Priyanka Acharya. She simplifies complex financial concepts in an easy-to-learn manner. To top it off, the show is available in 8 languages. Tune in every Tuesday for fresh episodes. On Pesa Vesa, Anupam meets Sandeep Jethwani. Sandeep is the co-founder at Deserve. They talk about how Deserve is creating long-term portfolios for working professionals. On All Things Policy, the Takshashila folk analyze the findings of the PEW survey on gender roles in Indian society. On the Life Manifesto, Zarina reiterates how important it is for women to uplift other women and shares how they can go about doing so. And on Marathi Kirkitun, the Deshmukhs explore the sixth sense in animals and humans and why it makes them extraordinary. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on. Also, remember, we're on YouTube. You can check us out on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube and get a list of all the YouTube channels we have active at this point. I'd also like to make a quick note that we're doing a small listener survey, and it would really help us if you could fill that out. You can go to ivmpodcast.com/survey. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance and India Water Portal. Thank you so much for making this possible.
A wise man once said, "Traveling, it makes you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller." Well, listen to such travel stories and experiences exploring India on the Musafir Stories with us, Saif and Faiza.
Catch us on the IBM website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.